The first thing I do is I put all the faders up so I can hear everything
Mm-hmm.
on my desk. I'm a little blessed in that I have an assistant who preps my
Mm-hmm.
mixes. So in my other room, which is kind of up that way, um, we have a Pro Tools rig that has 32 outputs that go to a summing mixer, Burl Vancouver, is that right? Summing mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And that summing mixer is configured exactly like my desk. So certain channels on my desk are never panned. Like 31 and 32 on my desk are never panned. They're in mono. Uh, 13 and 14 are never panned. They're in mono. 3 and 4 are never panned. They're in mono. So all these tracks are in mono. The Vancouver has, I think it's 16 stereo. No, that's all right. That'd be 32. 24 stereo and 8 monos. So basically, he sets it up, and puts all the faders in subgroups or whatever into 32 channels, 32 faders, because that's what I mix in. I mix in 32 always.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when we import the session file back down here, right, and open it, it'll open on my setup.
Cool.
Right. So my room mics, any room mics that come to me are on 1 and 2, or anything like a room mic. Right.
Mm-hmm.
3 is a kick, 4 is a snare, 5 and 6 are toms, 7, 8 are overheads, and hi hat if it's in there, or other rides or all that. Any kind of cymbal-y overhead stuff. 9 and 10 can be an alternate drum set, alternate percussion. It can be anything. It's a little bit open, right? 11 and 12 are percussion, any sort of stereo percussion. 13 and 14 is the bass. 15 and 16 is piano or Rhodes or Whirly, anything that sounds like a piano. Mm-hmm. Literally, it's labeled on my desk. Usually, sometimes sounds like piano. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 are all guitars. 23 and 24 are acoustic guitars, or mandolins, or violins, or things like that. 25, 26, 27, 28 are either keyboards, strings, choir, things like that. 29 and 30 are background vocals, mm-hmm. and 31 and 32 are the lead vocal. And that way, that's how every song I mix is done. Mm-hmm. So I will come in here, I'll get behind the desk, I'll hit play. I usually open my compressor all the way up, I hit play, and then I just listen through it to try to get an idea what the track is about. Soloing a little bit here and there to, find out where things are. Of course, I can see the meters. So, I can see when things are playing, when they're not playing. And then I try from that, with all the faders up, I'll try to start getting a balance. And then once I kind of get the balance is where I'll start adding, I'll see where my dynamics are. Because I don't always use all the parallel compression. If it comes to me really well recorded, I don't really need all of it. Because if it comes really well recorded, the track will fit in a dynamic space that I can control a little bit with the 2500, and then the rest of it I'll just mix, And but most of what I get is not that way. Imagine that.
To watch the full video, click the link below, and don't forget to subscribe.